All right, so today's workout is a speedy one, so 5 exercises. This workout is geared towards postpartum mamas, but it can be done absolutely anytime. It is low impact, it's very, very speedy. You're not bouncing around though. The focus is more on learning to engage your internal core muscles and pair those with traditional strength exercises. So I am gonna drop any regressions or variations that you can use so that you kind of know how to modify, because it does depend where you are in your postpartum journey. I am 4 weeks postpartum right now, but I've been working since kind of a few days after to really learn to engage my pelvic floor and make my breath and core muscles work together. So I want you to take it slow. I want you to focus on the basics of engagement and not just rush through the motions. You do need a chair, a stairs, a park bench, kind of anything that you can use to elevate to rock the workout, but it should be fairly speedy, so enjoy.
So starting off with depth squats, I chose to use a low step for this, but you don't have to. The goal is to just go as low as you can comfortably while still maintaining form. So you are pushing hip and ankle mobility a little bit here, and you do want to drive your knees out as you come down, keeping a nice neutral back. And of course, work with your breathing. So exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down, and really engage kind of your internal abdominal muscles. I choose to do a Kegel while I do them. Okay, we're coming into bird dog. So the goal with this is to make sure that we can maintain a neutral back, engaged abdominals through movement. This is very, very tricky, and most people will rotate through their hips, so lifting up that left hip that I'm moving. We don't want that. So if you notice you're lifting up, then you are either moving too far back, you're moving too quickly. Regardless, you need to modify. So maybe you just move a leg instead of an arm and a leg. Okay, you're working on fighting for stability, which is one of the main purposes of your core muscles. All right, so coming into single leg elevated bridges. These can be a tricky one postpartum. So obviously begin on the floor, not elevated. If you think you're ready for them, then make sure that you are contracting through your glutes and not arching your back or flaring your ribs to get up. You also want to ensure that you're locking out at the top, so really squeezing the glutes at the top. And then I'm adding in a bit of pelvic floor here for myself personally. So I'm inhaling on the way down and exhaling and pulling my pelvic floor up as I lift my hips up. So I am in a bit of a posterior pelvic tilt in order to do that. Just make sure you are contracting the actual glute. So then we are going into scapular protractions and retractions. So the goal here is to move through your shoulders, the back of your shoulders. You're not shrugging your shoulders up, you're pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades, but it does require you to hold that plank, which is why we're elevated. If you find you're not able to hold the plank, you can do these against a wall or a higher step in order to get more core engagement, or you can actually do them in a 4-point tabletop position as well. And then finishing off with a reverse plank here. Depending on your own personal shoulder mobility, your fingertips will be either straight back or more towards the side. Work with what you've got. But when you come up, I do want to see your chest open, and I do want that posterior pelvic tilt, so that big glute engagement as you hold.